6. Lucky numbers to focus and get rich. On April 22, 24, and 26, 2025, Buddhist teachings. What if I told you that the path to clarity, prosperity, and deep inner peace might begin with something as simple as a number? Not superstition, not wishful thinking, but ancient wisdom wrapped in symbols that have echoed through Buddhist teachings for centuries. As we approach April 22nd, 24th, and 26th of 2025, the universe opens a rare window of energetic alignment, a chance to focus your intentions and unlock both spiritual insight and material success. In this message, we're not chasing luck, we're learning how to align with it. These 6 numbers we're about to explore aren't just digits, they are living codes, each with a unique vibration that can guide you toward growth, balance, and abundance. So take a breath, center your thoughts, and step into this journey of focused awareness. Because the moment you understand what these numbers truly mean, everything starts to shift. 1. Number 65. Anchoring stability. The number 65 carries with it a quiet power, one that speaks not of sudden riches or fleeting success, but of stability that nurtures true prosperity over time. In Buddhist thought, we are reminded that all things arise from causes and conditions, and wealth built on unstable ground will inevitably crumble like sandcastles before the tide. The energy of 65 is like the deep roots of an old Bodhi tree, grounded, unwavering, and capable of weathering all storms. It invites us to reflect on how we can create a life not only of financial abundance, but also emotional security and mental peace. In today's fast-paced world, many people chase shortcuts to wealth, but the wise understand that long-term success grows from a steady and balanced heart. When our inner world is calm and steady, our outer world begins to align. This number encourages us to make thoughtful financial decisions, cultivate disciplined habits, and invest in relationships and ventures that support sustainable growth. As the Buddha once said, "A jug fills drop by drop." 65 is the energy of these drops. Small actions, repeated consistently, that bring lasting results. This is especially important on days like April 22nd, 24th, and 26th, 2025, when universal energies support focused intentions. Use these dates to recenter your goals, review your foundations, both emotional and material, and take mindful steps toward security. Whether it's planning your budget, improving your home environment, or simply taking care of your physical and emotional well-being, every act grounded in awareness contributes to a richer, more stable future. And remember what Confucius once said, "The man who moves a mountain begins by carrying away small stones." So let the number 65 be your reminder that wealth is not merely about what we accumulate, but about what supports us quietly, faithfully, day after day. Stay rooted, stay mindful, and the seeds you plant now will blossom in their own perfect time. 2. Number 94. Limitless potential. Number 94. This is more than just a number. It carries the energy of limitless potential. If you've been waiting for a sign, this is it. The number 94 reminds you that your path is wide open, full of possibilities, and guided by something far greater than mere chance. It represents the unfolding of destiny, not in some faraway future, but starting now, in this moment. When we speak of 94 in Buddhist wisdom, we're not talking about a lucky charm or superstition. We're speaking of an energy, a vibration that encourages both spiritual and material breakthroughs. It invites you to pause and ask yourself, what old patterns am I ready to break? What new chapter is quietly asking to begin in my life? You see, 9 is a number of completion and wisdom. It carries the energy of compassion, selflessness, and higher perspective. And when it joins with 4, the number of stability, effort, and grounded action, it creates a powerful harmony, a union of dreaming big while building solid foundations. This number teaches us that while we must open our minds to what's possible, we also need to put in the inner and outer work. Are you cultivating the right mindset to receive abundance? Not just money, but peace, purpose, and freedom. Number 94 encourages you to focus not on quick results, but on true, meaningful growth. The kind that doesn't just elevate your life, but also uplifts others around you. In the Dhammapada, the Buddha said, "Just as a solid rock is not shaken by the storm, the wise are not moved by praise or blame." When the energy of 94 is active, it asks you to become that solid rock. Amid distractions, noise, and doubts, can you still trust your path? Can you still rise with humility and discipline, knowing that your breakthroughs are not random? They are earned, step by step, choice by choice. As April 22nd, 24th, and 26th draw near, these aren't just dates, they're energetic windows. Days when the world offers a little extra support for those brave enough to believe in their own potential. These are days to take action aligned with your values. Days to listen deeply to your intuition and to make space for new insights. Not everything needs to be forced. Some things grow naturally when we stop resisting. So ask yourself, what small but powerful action can I take that aligns with who I want to become? Here's what number 94 really teaches us. The universe responds when we take responsibility for our own growth. When we're willing to do the inner work, when we lead with kindness, and when we trust that every step, no matter how small, is part of a much bigger, beautiful journey. You're not waiting for luck, you're aligning with it, you're creating it. So as you walk through these days, remember, the breakthrough begins inside you. Let number 94 be your reminder that there is no limit to what you can become when you walk the path with awareness, effort, and compassion. 3. Number 77. The Portal of Destiny. Dear listener, if you've been looking for a deeper sign, a moment of clarity, or even just a shift in energy to align your life with both spiritual fulfillment and material success, then listen closely, because today we're diving into one of the most sacred numbers in both spiritual and symbolic traditions, the number 77. This isn't just a number, it's a frequency, a vibration, a portal into a deeper layer of yourself and the universe. In Buddhist wisdom, numbers aren't merely mathematical, they hold meaning, and 77 is what many call a living frequency. So, what does that mean for you personally? It means that this number is alive with potential. It carries within it the energy of spiritual awakening, divine insight, and alignment with your highest destiny. 77 signal a powerful moment when the universe is not only whispering, but calling you to pay attention to your inner path. When you see 77 or feel drawn to it, it's not coincidence. It's a cosmic invitation to open your heart, your mind, and your life to something greater. Now, let's take this energy and anchor it into your reality. Here's how you can begin. Start with a practice of meditative visualization. Close your eyes, breathe deeply, and picture a golden light surrounding you, warm, radiant, and alive. Visualize the number 77 glowing within this light, gently guiding you toward your goals. Then, place this number, written on paper or even just held in your mind, under your pillow as you sleep. In Buddhism, dreams are not just random thoughts, they are windows into the mind, and when approached with awareness, can serve as messages from your deeper consciousness. This simple act invites clarity, vision, and new insight as you sleep. But don't stop there. Cultivate intention through gratitude and direction. Write down 7 things you're truly grateful for and 7 goals you want to bring to life. This isn't just about getting rich in money, it's about abundance in love, peace, and purpose. As the Buddha taught, what you think, you become. What you feel, you attract. What you imagine, you create. This practice aligns your spirit and your actions with the flow of the universe. So let me ask you, what would happen if you actually gave yourself permission to believe in your own transformation, to see your goals not as distant hopes, but as real living seeds that can grow with care, patience, and clear intention? In this practice, you're not asking for luck. You're co-creating your destiny with the energy of the universe, supported by ancient wisdom and a heart full of purpose. And maybe that's the real treasure, not just wealth, but clarity, alignment, and a sense of being exactly where you're meant to be. How does that sit with you? What would you choose to manifest if you truly believed the universe was on your side? The power of number 77 isn't superstition, it's a sacred reminder that life is not random and neither are your dreams. You are part of something vast and wise. Let that guide you as April 22nd, 24th and 26th approach. Use this energy not only to focus, but to listen deeply to your life. If you've watched up to this point, you're already aligning yourself with the powerful energy of these lucky numbers. Comment "Focus for Fortune" below to affirm your dedication to attracting wealth and clarity on April 22nd, 24th and 26th. Stay with us until the end. There's still so much wisdom to uncover that could guide your journey to abundance and success through Buddhist teachings. 4. Number 38. The Code of Infinite Energy. The number 38 holds a deeply symbolic meaning, especially when understood through the lens of Buddhist philosophy and modern energy alignment. It blends the grounded harmony of the number 3, often associated with balance, the 3 jewels, Buddha, Dharma, Sangha, and right action, with the powerful infinite loop of the number 8, which in many traditions signifies abundance, continuity, and the never-ending flow of karmic energy. Together, 38 becomes more than a number. It becomes a code, a sacred pattern we can tap into to awaken what we might call the code of infinite energy. This code is not magic in a superstitious sense, but a symbolic focus point for our intention and behavior. Just like a seed needs sunlight and water to grow, our inner potential requires clarity, consistency, and compassion to flourish. When we apply this number consciously, particularly on potent days such as April 22nd, 24th, and 26th, we align our personal rhythm with the greater cosmic flow. As the Buddha said, all that we are is the result of what we have thought. The mind is everything. What we think, we become. And so, with 38, we don't just seek external wealth, we nurture the richness of spirit, purpose, and peace. To activate the energy of this number in your life, begin each morning with intentional affirmations. These are not mere words, but vibrations that echo into your day and subtly guide your choices. Speak them with presence, calmly, clearly, and from the heart. Then, Take a practical approach by writing down 3 major goals that reflect your deepest aspirations. Not just material ones, but those that bring lasting contentment. For each goal, list 8 smaller, manageable steps. This method grounds big visions in daily action, creating a bridge between hope and manifestation. In doing this, you're training your mind in right effort, a key part of the Noble Eightfold Path. When we act with mindful intention, even small steps become sacred. This is where modern life often distracts us. Caught in the noise of urgency, we forget the slow rhythm of nature, where even a bamboo tree takes years before it shoots skyward. Patience, grounded action, and faith in the unseen are essential. Additionally, aligning your practice with cosmic timing, like the energy-rich days of April 22nd, 24th, and 26th, adds another layer of synchronicity. While this may sound esoteric, it's rooted in a very real understanding that our inner world and the universe are not separate. Just as the moon influences tides, collective consciousness and spiritual seasons influence opportunity. Lao Tzu once said, "When you realize nothing is lacking, the whole world belongs to you." With number 38, you're reminded that prosperity is not about chasing more, but about tuning into the right frequency, where purpose, preparation, and timing meet. Use this code not just as a symbol, but as a compass to remind you of the powerful alignment between your energy and the path of abundance, guided by wisdom, right action, and unwavering clarity. 5. Number 43. The Gateway to Awakening. Let's explore the meaning behind the number 43, often called the Gateway to Awakening. This number isn't just a symbol. It carries deep spiritual energy connected to transformation, clarity, and powerful forward movement. In Buddhist teachings, 43 resonates with a sacred moment, the 7 steps the Buddha took immediately after attaining enlightenment under the Bodhi tree. With each step, a lotus bloomed beneath his feet, a sign of divine transformation and the unfolding of true wisdom. When you focus on this number, you're not just thinking about a lucky charm. You're tuning into the energy of awakening, the shift from confusion to clarity, and the courage to walk your path with purpose. This number reminds us that transformation doesn't always arrive slowly. Sometimes it appears like lightning, unexpected, yet perfectly timed. So how are you preparing yourself for that moment of inner shift? Are you resisting change, or are you welcoming it with open eyes and a steady heart? To truly activate the power of 43 in your life, don't just think about it, live it. Begin your mornings in stillness, even if just for a few minutes. Let this number be a silent guide during meditation, anchoring your breath and reminding you that every sunrise is another chance to rise beyond what no longer serves you. Write the number 43 somewhere visible, not as superstition, but as a reminder that every moment holds the seed of awakening. In the evening, close your day with gratitude. Say the number aloud, not just 43, but feel into the vibration of transformation it carries. Ask yourself, what story am I finally ready to stop telling? What truth is trying to emerge in me right now? These questions aren't just spiritual exercises, they're doorways to conscious living. Now, dear listener, I invite you to reflect. Where in your life is change asking to be welcomed, not feared? What part of you is ready to awaken? Let the energy of 43 walk beside you today, not to lead you away from life, but to help you meet life more fully, more honestly, more awake. And in those sacred steps may you discover not just fortune, but the wisdom to use it with compassion and clarity. The message is simple but powerful. When you live with intention, speak with gratitude and act with clarity, the universe responds. Awakening isn't far away. It's the next mindful step you choose to take. So let that step be today. 6. Number 3. The Trinity of Growth. Now take a moment to breathe deeply and center yourself, because today we're diving into a powerful teaching that blends ancient wisdom with modern clarity. A message that may not only bring peace to your mind, but could also help you align with prosperity in unexpected ways. Let's begin with a number that holds profound meaning, not just in the realm of fortune, but in the heart of Buddhist teachings. The number 3. This isn't just a lucky number for April 22nd, 24th and 26th, 2025. It is a sacred symbol known as the Trinity of Growth. In Buddhist understanding, the number 3 reflects the unity and interdependence of the body, mind, and spirit. 3 elements that must move in harmony if we are to walk the path of peace and abundance. When your body is cared for, your mind is focused, and your spirit is nourished, you become like a river flowing effortlessly through life, balanced, clear, and powerful. Have you ever noticed that when one of these 3 is out of balance, everything feels heavy or out of sync? That's because true transformation doesn't happen from effort alone. It blooms from balance. The Buddha once said, "To keep the body in good health is a duty. Otherwise we shall not be able to keep our minds strong and clear." This truth reminds us that wealth in any form, spiritual, emotional, or financial, starts within. So I ask you, how are you honoring your inner Trinity today? Are you nourishing your body with care, feeding your mind with truth, and allowing your spirit to rest and awaken? The number 3 also speaks to movement and growth. It is not static, it is a number of transformation, reminding us that we are always evolving, shedding old habits and embracing new energy. When you align with this number during these powerful days in April, you are not just chasing luck, you are aligning your energy with the law of cause and effect, known in Buddhism as karma. And what a powerful thing that is. As the Dhammapada teaches, what we are today comes from our thoughts of yesterday, and our present thoughts build our life of tomorrow. So, what kind of life are you building with your thoughts right now? Don't just think about wealth as money. Think of it as energy, relationships, clarity, and compassion. If number 3 is showing up for you, it may be a quiet invitation to return to your center, to create harmony within yourself, so that the world around you begins to reflect that harmony back. You see, fortune is not random. It often follows intention, clarity, and courage. This April, with number 3 as your guide, let it remind you that when your body, mind, and spirit are in unity, your path becomes clearer, lighter, and yes, abundant in every sense of the word. So ask yourself, what small shift can you make today to honor that sacred trio within you? Thank you for spending your time with us in today's video. It's a joy to have you here on this journey of insight and intention. If this video sparked your curiosity or gave you a moment of clarity, we'd love to hear from you in the comments. Feel free to share your thoughts, or simply type "I am focused" if you're new, or "I am aligned" if you've been walking this path with us for a while. Your words are more than just comments. They're part of the energy that keeps this space alive and meaningful. Let's continue to walk forward with clarity and purpose together. How to become lucky and wealthy. Buddhist teachings. Becoming lucky and wealthy isn't random, and it's definitely not reserved for a chosen few. In the light of Buddhist wisdom, True fortune doesn't come from gambling or wishful thinking. It comes from awareness, perfect timing, and taking action with sincere intention. The numbers you've just discovered aren't just symbols. They're mirrors reflecting your inner state, your actions and your choices. That's why on these special dates, April 22nd, 24th, and 26th, 2025, when the universe offers a rare energetic alignment, you have a powerful opportunity to step into a new path, one of clarity, focus, and transformation. Number 1. Align your mind with the present moment. The path to becoming truly lucky and wealthy begins not with chasing opportunities outside of us, but by aligning our mind with the present moment. In the teachings of the Buddha, presence is power. A scattered mind, one pulled between the past, the future, fear, and endless desires, is like a boat with no anchor, drifting with no direction. When we are not present, we are not truly living, and when we are not living with awareness, abundance cannot find us. As the Buddha once said, the mind is everything. What you think, you become. So if your thoughts are clouded with doubt, anxiety, or comparison, you unknowingly block the very flow of blessings that could enter your life. Mindfulness, the art of being fully here and now, becomes not just a spiritual practice, but the first step toward real prosperity. It's not about sitting on a mountain or escaping daily life. It's about showing up to your life with clarity. Just 5 minutes each morning, sitting in stillness, closing your eyes, and simply breathing deeply can reconnect you to the energy of the present. This simple ritual clears the mental noise and aligns you with what Zen monks call suchness, the state of being completely in tune with reality as it is. Now, to further direct this energy with purpose, you can work with sacred numbers, a practice rooted in both Eastern and Western traditions. On April 22nd, 24th, and 26th, days believed to carry heightened energy, choose one of the following numbers: 3, 38, 43, 65, 77, or 94. These numbers, when used with mindful attention, become symbols of focused energy. Pick one and hold it in your mind like a mantra throughout the day. You might write it down on a sticky note, repeat it silently during moments of stress, or simply bring it to mind before an important task. Let this number be more than just digits. Let it act like a spiritual compass, gently guiding you back to clarity and intention every time your thoughts wander. As Thich Nhat Hanh wisely reminded us, the present moment is filled with joy and happiness. If you are attentive, you will see it. So let your attention be your superpower. In a modern world that's always pulling you in 1,000 directions, with phone alerts, work pressure, and constant comparison, the ability to stay centered is rare. But that rare ability is exactly what attracts good fortune. When your energy is steady, life starts responding differently. People notice you're calm, your decisions become wiser, and opportunities come to you instead of you chasing them. So begin your mornings with breath, with presence, and with purpose. These are not small acts. They are the seeds of your future wealth and happiness. Number 2. Take small, conscious actions. Let's take a closer look at one of the simplest yet most powerful teachings on the path to becoming both lucky and wealthy: the practice of taking small, conscious actions. You might be surprised to hear that true abundance doesn't usually come from one grand event or lucky break. It's created through steady, mindful effort over time. The Buddha once said, "A jug fills drop by drop," and this ancient wisdom holds profound truth even in our fast-paced modern lives. Every small decision you make, whether it's putting aside a bit of money, choosing a healthier meal, or simply turning your phone off to avoid distractions, becomes a building block for your future. These aren't just tasks. They are seeds you're planting. When you water them daily with awareness, intention, and patience, they grow into the kind of life you truly want. Now, what if you started seeing every action, no matter how small, as meaningful? Let's say you're trying to build financial stability or improve your health. Both are noble goals, and both rely on your ability to stay consistent in the little things. For instance, when you choose to skip an unnecessary purchase today, you're not just saving money, you're developing discipline. When you pause to eat with gratitude instead of rushing, you're not just feeding your body, you're nurturing mindfulness. Even a number like 65, which might seem random, can become a symbol or a reminder to act with patience, structure, and thoughtfulness. Ask yourself, what's one small decision I can make today that my future self will thank me for? What would happen if I treated even the tiniest choice as a chance to align with my highest self? This is the essence of walking the Buddhist path in everyday life. When we act with awareness, we don't chase after luck, we become the kind of person that luck naturally gravitates toward. Think about it. Have you noticed that people who seem lucky often have good habits, clear intentions, and calm minds? That's not magic. It's the result of small, conscious choices made consistently. You don't have to leap forward to get ahead. You just have to keep stepping forward, one mindful action at a time. So here's the takeaway for you today. Never underestimate the power of tiny steps. They may seem small now, but over time they lead to deep transformation. Begin where you are, choose wisely, and remember, wealth, true wealth, is not just about money. It's about peace, health, stability, and the joy of knowing you are living in harmony with yourself and the world. What small action will you take today to begin filling your jug? Number 3, strengthen your inner wealth first. Let's talk about something that's often overlooked, but deeply powerful: your inner wealth. You see, many people chase after money, status, and success, thinking that once they have those things, they'll finally feel secure and happy. But in Buddhist teachings, we learn something much deeper. True prosperity doesn't begin in your bank account, it begins in your heart. That means the quality of your thoughts, your emotional strength, and the values you hold inside, those are the real roots of abundance. If your inner world is full of chaos, comparison, and craving, no amount of money will bring you peace. But if your inner world is stable, compassionate, and grateful, then even with little, you feel rich. So let me ask you this. Have you taken time to build your inner fortune? Not just your resume, your savings account, or your goals, but your patience, your clarity, your kindness. Strengthening your inner wealth means facing your negative thoughts with honesty and courage. It means letting go of the habit of comparing yourself to others, releasing envy when someone else succeeds, and instead learning to feel mudita dhyata, deep, genuine joy for the happiness of others. This is one of the 4 immeasurables in Buddhism, and it's such a healing force, because when you can truly celebrate someone else's rise, you stop living from lack and start living from wholeness. Think about it. When your mind is calm, your values are clear, and your heart is free from resentment, your actions naturally become wiser. You're not chasing, you're choosing. You're not reacting, you're responding. And from that inner stillness, the decisions you make carry much more power. Success that comes from a peaceful mind is stable, compassionate, and deeply satisfying. Not just for you, but for the people around you too. There's a beautiful verse in the Dhammapada that says, "Greater than the one who conquers 1,000 men in battle is the one who conquers himself." Isn't that the real victory? So instead of asking yourself, "How can I get rich quickly?" what if you asked, "What kind of person am I becoming as I walk this path?" Would you feel proud of your thoughts, your intentions, your energy? This shift in mindset is subtle but life-changing. In my own experience, the more I focus on building my inner clarity through mindfulness, gratitude, and loving kindness, the more naturally outer blessings come. And even when they don't, I still feel steady and fulfilled, because I'm no longer depending on outside circumstances to feel whole. So my friend, take a quiet breath with me and reflect. What does wealth mean to you? Not just in your hands, but in your heart. Number 4, trust divine timing and stay consistent. Many people don't miss out on wealth and good fortune because they aren't smart or hardworking. They miss out because they expect quick results and give up too soon. In Buddhist wisdom, timing is everything, but not the kind of timing we can control by force or pressure. It's what we call divine timing, the natural unfolding of events in harmony with causes and conditions. A powerful metaphor often shared is the story of the Chinese bamboo tree. For the first 5 years, it shows no visible growth above the ground, even though it's being watered and cared for daily. But beneath the surface, a strong root system is developing. Then, in just a few weeks, it can shoot up over 80 feet. In our own lives, this teaches us that unseen progress is still progress. You may be doing the inner work, cultivating mindfulness, generosity, patience, and it might seem like nothing is changing, but just like the bamboo, your roots are growing deeper, preparing you for a breakthrough when the time is right. That's why it's so important to stay consistent, even when results seem slow or invisible. When we rush or compare ourselves to others, we often dig up our seeds before they've had a chance to grow. The numbers 38 and 77 in spiritual traditions are often symbolic reminders of timing, rhythm, and cycles, pointing to the idea that everything blooms in its own season. If we plant with faith and tend with care, abundance comes naturally. And yes, there are certain periods, like April 22nd, 24th, and 26th, when energy is especially supportive. These are moments when our intentions, if aligned with noble action, have a stronger chance of taking root. But the power doesn't lie in the dates themselves. It lies in our clarity and commitment during those moments. This is where modern life often challenges us. We live in a world of speed, distraction, and instant gratification. But the path to true wealth, both material and spiritual, asks for a deeper rhythm, patience, purpose, and presence. So if you're feeling stuck or questioning your journey, know that persistence is a form of devotion. Trust that what you're doing matters, even if you can't see the full result yet. Continue your daily efforts, whether that's managing your finances wisely, being kind in your relationships, or dedicating time to inner growth. These small, steady actions are not just habits, they're spiritual seeds. When your mindset, energy, and actions all move with purpose and compassion, you don't just attract temporary success, you create a life of enduring abundance. Keep going. Your season will come. And there you have it. 6 powerful numbers, not just for luck, but for real alignment with energy, purpose, and prosperity. Whether it's 65, 94, 77, 38, 43, or the sacred number 3, remember, these aren't just digits, they're reminders, symbols of balance, intention, and growth. As we move through April 22nd, 24th, and 26th, may you walk forward with clarity, focus, and an open heart. Wealth, true wealth, starts within, and when you align your thoughts, actions, and energy, life begins to respond in powerful ways. If you found meaning in today's message, please support the journey of wisdom by giving this video a like, sharing it with someone who needs it, and subscribing to our channel. And don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you won't miss our upcoming teachings and insights. Until next time, stay mindful, stay centered, and may the path you walk lead you not just to success, but to peace, clarity, and true abundance.